here in my office here in the desert. You can't believe the week we had. I know for all of you back east with the snow, and there's snows up to here and all that, but I'm in the desert, and yesterday there was a snow alert that it might snow in Palm Springs, and when I look out my window here, the whole mountain is covered with snow. But we had epic rain last Thursday, and I mean, like, I needed Noah's Ark, and I counted 6, but Alan counted 8 waterfalls on the property, just gushing down from the mountain. And I went out on the deck in front of our bedroom, and it sounded like we were in Niagara Falls. I'm not kidding. Just crazy, crazy weather. Wasn't it, Al?
Yeah.
Just stick your head in here so everybody can see how cute you are.
Okay.
I'm going to be doing most of the talking today because it's Heart Awareness Month. But we always like to have a little visit from Al, don't we?
Yeah, and I'll bring Gloria in. Okay.
If you can.
Yeah.
Gloria. See, here's the thing.
They almost met today.
Yeah.
Hank was at the front door.
Yes. And I think he saw me walk up there. We don't want Gloria to know there's Hank, because Gloria's been here forever, and she's getting older, and she's a little insecure. And with Betty gone now, she's finally got us back to ourselves, which is the way she likes it. These are cats. And
I feel like Diamond and Silk.
yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And Hank is dying to know where we live. See, the way our house is separate buildings. The kitchen is a building, and the bedroom's a building, and the dining room's a building.
It's your house.
Is it my house?
I just live here. Yeah.
And it's really nice because usually it's beautiful weather and it's an indoor-outdoor thing. So Hank has the run of the whole property. Oh, you'll all be happy to know we're going to neuter him.
I can't be part of this conversation.
I know, but he feels it like it's almost like somebody's going to do it to him. Don't worry,
exactly.
you are neutered.
I can't do it. No.
You are neutered.
Because
You're not making any more babies. I'm so sorry to tell you that. Anyway, today we're going to talk about the heart because it's Heart Awareness Month. That's why I'm wearing my red sweater. And if Caroline is in Los Angeles, can you talk to us, Caroline?
Well, let's see.
Yes, there she is.
Audio. You guys at home, let me know how it sounds. Sometimes the audio is really bad on this app, which we otherwise really like.
Yeah, if Caroline. Oh, here's Gloria.
Oh, here she is. Hold on. Here's Gloria.
Oh, hello, Gloria. Show how beautiful you are. You're such a beautiful thing. Yeah. How old is Gloria in cat years now? Probably 90.
If somebody told me 20 years ago I'd be kissing cats.
I know. But I did 2 things for you, Alan. I introduced you to cats
and soup. Yeah.
I make good soup. Yeah, thanks. That's so great, Gloria. Anyway, the reason I want to talk about the heart, not only because I have a red sweater and not only because it's Heart Awareness Month, but heart is the wild card. That's the one thing, like everything that I do and that I make him do, but he does it willingly, for reverse aging, anti-aging, alternative medicine, is putting back what you're no longer making, like hormones, like nutrients, minerals, nutrition. That's all so important. But the one thing, it's silent. The heart, it's here. You don't think about it much until something goes wrong. And so what all the new cardiologists are talking about is don't wait till the catastrophic event. Don't accept your genetics as, well, my mother died of heart disease, my father had a stroke, and my sister has carotid arteries, and my brother has high blood pressure, and that's my family history. Don't accept that. What we want to do is start today making the choices to prevent heart disease. And today's the day to start. The great thing about the supplements I'm going to show you over the next hour are we've deep discounted. And I want to start with omega-3, essential fatty acids. They're essential because they're essential for life, but your body doesn't make it. You got to get it from the outside. And nature thought we'd get it from fish and from, the oils. But our fish have been, what's that? Restart to install the newest Windows. No.
No, you're okay. Don't touch anything.
All right.
You're good.
Okay. So let me give you my little bit of Suzanne Speak Science lesson. You and me and all of us who are on today are about approximately 90 trillion cells. And it varies. Sometimes I see a stat that says 60 trillion, sometimes 90 trillion. Who counted? I don't know. Let's just say a lot of cells. And each cell talks to every other cell. It's your communication system. That's why when you decline in hormones, you've stopped your communication system. There's no language going, hey, turn off the heat, or hey, the thyroid's getting screwed up, or there's a lot. I want to take this thing out of the window. Okay. I did it. Okay. Yeah. Every time I touch it, I'm nervous. And what is a cell made of? The cell has a membrane around it, right? And the membrane is made from omega-3 essential fatty acids. Essential for life, but you don't make it in your body. You got to get it from the outside. And why is that important? Because omega-3, making this membrane on the outside, keeps that cell membrane soft and pliable so that oxygen and water, oxygenation and hydration can happen. That's what gives you your energy. You got to have oxygen. You got to have hydration. And if you eat poor quality oils like omega-6, where do you get omega-6? You get omega-6, processed foods, fast foods, poor quality oils. The oils you eat are so important. So these are fish oil, and they come from pure waters up in the Alaska area from small cold water fish. We don't want shark, and we don't want large fish, swordfish, things like that, because they're more toxic than these little baby ones. So we make it from the little baby fish from cold water. I always simplify everything, but that's essentially how this works. And so I put omega-3 essential fatty acids on the list of the ones, if I'm only going to take these for the rest of my life, this is one of them. The first one I always say is probiotic. I'm now really understanding prebiotic, so they kind of work together as one. Prebiotic is food for the probiotic. We'll talk about that later, so that your probiotic works better, because everybody's microbiome in their gut is messed up. But that's near the end of the hour. The next one that's super important to me is the fish oil. I want to have my energy. I want to have oxygen. I want juice. I want energy. I want to feel alive. And there are two things that keep your cells alive and energized. And one is the fish oil, and the other is, and we'll talk about it later, CoQ10, which is like the ripcord for the energy center of the cell. What is the difference between young people and old people? Energy. When you see an old guy walking across the street shuffling, those of you who are my age, remember Artie Johnson, that character he played where he shuffled across the street? What he was really depicting was a guy who, he had cell breakdown. See, and no CoQ10, so no energy, and that's about as good as he could get. No more energy. So if you keep your cells healthy, because that's what you're made of, doesn't it make sense? You want to keep your cells healthy, then you got to do something to create that environment. If you're not eating the right kind of fish, that's from pure waters, if you're not using good quality oils, I only use virgin organic olive oil, virgin organic coconut oil, flax oil. That's about it. I don't use Wesson oil or canola oil. I mean, have you ever seen a canola plant? That's the rapeseed plant, and it's all genetically modified. I personally don't eat canola oil. There are many brands that make it. I haven't come across one that intrigues me. I want the highest quality oils to make the membrane, the lining of my cells, because that's what I am. I'm just a bunch of cells walking around. So are you. You're a bunch of cells. So omega-3 essential fatty acids are really important. These you can get it also through flax seeds. You can get it through nuts. How many nuts can you eat in a day? Dr. Wright said to me one day, he said, you want to take enough fish oil to bathe every cell in the body. I take 2 every morning. I take them and I imagine it just like every cell's going, oh, thanks, I need just a little bit of that, and juicing up all my cells. So that's important. Most people's diets are low in omega-3s and high in omega-6. That's not good. That's this ratio. The good stuff's down here and the bad stuff's up here. You want to get that. You want, the high quality omega-3 and very little of the omega-6 if you can avoid it at all. That's really good. Butter is another good place you can get it. People are so afraid of butter because of that whole fat scare. And all those people who went off fats for so long, no, it's all right, Doran.
I was trying to offer.
Yeah, right.
That's my fault.
So we'll let Doran explain the way the whole cellular system works.
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to block her. That was my fault. I pushed the wrong button.
You always block the mean one, so I hardly ever see it. When
I was trying.
I want to go away.
I gave her a big old shout out.
Yeah.
But you see what everyone else is saying. She knows and she's studied and she talks to the best doctors. Anyway, continue. We want to hear what you're saying.
Yeah. So I want it's like high quality food. I want to put the highest quality food into my body because that's the fuel of your body. What's the fuel? You want to put inferior fuel into your body. You don't want to put inferior fats in your body. This is an incredible machine. I was talking to Ray Kurzweil when I wrote the book, I think Bombshell. He's been described by Bill Gates as the smartest man in the world. And he is a huge proponent of cellular health and absolute importance of it. But he said to me, but in time, artificial intelligence will take over and become smarter than humans. And I thought, I know you're the smartest man in the world, but I don't agree with you. I don't think anything can match the mastery of what this thing is that we've been given. It's magnificent. We are magnificent, and yet we abuse it because we've taken it for granted because it's always been there. It's always worked right until it doesn't. And the day it doesn't work right is the day you have to feel so stupid. I was lecturing to a very interesting group in Seattle. I think it was a year or so ago. This guy called me who owns assisted living homes. Not necessarily, you wouldn't call them nursing homes, but in a sense it was. People who can no longer take care of themselves, people who have forgotten who they are, who they were. And I said, why have you gone into this business? He said, because when my mother was dying, she was in a nursing home, and I hated the way they treated her. And I vowed that I would use my money and the rest of my life to create assisted living homes for end-of-life patients, where the experience is caring and compassionate and loving and etc. So he asked me to come up and speak to all these employees. So I'm standing in the wings. It wasn't a lot. It was like 200 people, like a small audience for me. I'm thinking, I wonder what they want to hear from me. So I walked out there and I said, it's so beautiful what you all do. And taking care of these poor souls who no longer know who they are or were. I said, I bet every day as you're taking care of these people so tenderly, you think to yourself, boy, I hope this never happens to me. And I left a long pause. And then I said, what are you doing differently? Those people didn't know that they weren't making the right choices. Those people didn't know anything about fish oil and cellular health and energy for the mitochondria in the middle of your cells. And so you don't want to wait until it's too late and go, I wish I had. That gets you nothing. You don't want to wait till the catastrophic event. Why ever have a catastrophic event? So fish oil. Have I made my case for fish oil? Tell them what it costs, Caroline.
Well, actually, all the stuff I was not expecting that. All the supplements today are 33% off. So
wow.
Go to SuzanneSummers.com, enter promo code HEART33, and you can literally pick anything today for 33% off, including the omega-3, which was the number one that Suzanne wanted to talk to about for heart health.
Absolutely. Now, but that's not all. Vitamin D3. You know, I'm a huge proponent of vitamin D3. If we were in paleo times and we walked around naked all the time in the sun, gathering and hunting, you wouldn't need to take vitamin D supplementation. But how many of you have been naked in the sun today, hunting and gathering? Probably none of you. It's probably cold everywhere. If it's cold in the desert, it's cold everywhere. And that's how you get your vitamin D3. The body is an electrical system also. Every once in a while, you can feel it. In my next book, I'm going to talk about earthing relative to heart health, but I'll wait till then. Vitamin D3 is necessary for the 4 most important systems in your body. Your heart, cardiovascular, your endocrine system, that's your messaging, send all the hormones around, clear out the debris system, your brain, your cognitive, and your immune system. You know what goes first in everybody is the immune system. How do you know? When your immune system starts breaking down, you get spots on your hands. That's a sign that your immune system is starting to deteriorate just a little. The body's talking to you all the time, telling you stuff. When your immune system, you get a little arthritis in your hand, but it's not bad, you know, like arthritic, but just got a little like a something. That means your immune system is starting to take a dip. Listen to the language. Excess wrinkling, that's your immune system. So I'm trying to teach you the language of the body is the gift we give ourselves. It's talking all the time. If you got out of bed this morning, you're a little stiff, that's your body talking to you. If your hair's kind of not looking great, that's your body taking to you. I don't mean style, I mean shine and health and strength. And so anytime you see a deterioration of any of the parts of you that always have been working perfectly, pay attention, because this is called prevention. Oh, I don't want that. I don't want spots. I'll talk about spots later. And I digress from vitamin D3, but I take vitamin D3. It's one of my must lists. I take every day, probiotic, prebiotic. I will, on my dying day, I'm going to say, just give me a probiotic. I just want one last one before I leave the planet. And I take the fish oil. I never forget vitamin D3 because my brain, my heart, my hormonal system, and my immune system, I want to keep that strong. So I take 2 of these a day. You can take 1. It's 5,000 units. And but I personally, for me, at my age, I take 2. It's essential. So far we've got fatty acids, omega-3 essential fatty acids, essential. We've got vitamin D3, which we no longer get from the sun because most of us are in air-conditioned rooms and air-conditioned or heated cars. We're in office buildings or our homes, or we don't go out. Rarely is anybody out naked. And of course, I mean, that's a little impractical. And so this is how to give your body what nature wanted your body to get, with nature never realizing we'd build skyscrapers and apartment buildings and cars and air conditioning units and heating units. Nature works with nature. So that's a nice. Tony Russo Michael. For years, I haven't felt my best. After taking your supplements for a few months, I feel amazing. I'm really glad. Me too. I see the difference in Alan. You know, somebody said to me, Alan's, you know, old. I said, no, he's not. He's chronologically old, like I am, but we're not old. And that's the goal, isn't it? It's not, when I talk about anti-aging or reverse aging, I'm not talking about the exterior. I'm talking about keeping the insides young and keeping this magnificent machine operating at peak as best we can, regardless of our age. And then you become ageless. And that's really what I'm trying to achieve for myself, for my husband, for my family, for all of you. And since I started doing this, I just, age is something I'm enjoying. I really am. I say it all the time. I like the way I look. I like the way I feel. I like my energy. I like the way my brain is working. And if you can get to your end point, let's say 110 years old, that's where I want to go, or older if I'm really healthy on my 110th birthday, because all my kids are going to stay alive that long too, because they're all doing it. Look at Caroline. Caroline's 75 years old. Doesn't she look amazing? Okay, that was a lie. That was a lie. I love Michelle Davis. Age is just a number.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I just moved on.
Yeah. And Jennifer, it's important to also mention to get blood work done to see your levels. Yes, absolutely. But I wouldn't, when you get your big testing for your hormones and your toxic burden, trichothecenes and things like that. But fish oil, you're going to respond to fish oil. At any age, you're going to respond to fish oil. So fish oil, vitamin D3, those are the two we've gone through so far. And they will make a big difference in your looks and your energy. So what I was saying was I want to keep my insides young, but the benefit is it manifests to a good degree on the outside. You just look better because you have energy. You have, youth is clear white eyes, white teeth, and volume. And so I've got my Face Master for volume, which like pumps up my skin with a microcurrent, my muscles. My eyes are clear because I eat right and I take these supplements, and my teeth are just big teeth. Yeah.
So for you, so you could read the end of that.
Yeah, but age is just a number. This is Michelle Davis. But keeping your spirit and health can be on totally. And when you feel good, Michelle, when you feel good, you do have energy. You do have spirit. And as we get older, we not only get wisdom, but we get perspective. Those are two things no young person can buy or have. But we also become more spiritually aware. You think about what you think about these days. It's different than what you used to think about. And yeah. Well, your husband, my son, said something to me last month that has just stayed with me. He said, well, ultimately, Mom, it's between me and God. And I thought, that's so how I feel. You don't get away with anything in life. You just have this voice that we talk to inside. And it's really you talking to you, isn't it? Saying, be the best person you can be at all times. Try to make the best choices as best you can at all times. And none of us are perfect. That took me a long time to learn. I wanted to be perfect. And my therapist once said, I said, I just never seem to hit being perfect. She said, well, welcome to the rest of us. And we both laughed. There is no perfect. All right. So that's vitamin D3 and omega-3. Okay. It's big 3 day. And it's Heart Awareness Month. That's why I'm doing the heart show today. My family dies of heart attack and stroke. It's very disturbing for me. My mother died of heart disease. My father died of heart disease. And my sister and brother have had issues. My younger brother died of, a heart attack. His heart just exploded. So factoring in that I don't have to accept genetics, because they really are saying that a very small percentage of our genetic predisposition is what our outcome will most likely be. Rather, you can change your genetics by making different choices than those before you or those you were raised with. I had one woman I was talking to one day, and she said, well, I'm overweight. But my mother was overweight, my grandmother was overweight, and we're all overweight. And she said, so I just accept it. And I said, maybe you're overweight because you're eating the same things that your mother fed you, who her mother fed her, whose mother fed her. So maybe it's time to make a change in the way you're doing things. You can circumvent your genetic predisposition by diet and lifestyle choices. Lifestyle and diet choices are also part of what supplementation is. It's no longer something that people mock. And when I first started writing about all of this, I'd hear people make fun of me saying, oh, it's just expensive urine. It's not. We don't have the same nutrients and minerals in our soil. With my vegetable garden here, it's the pride of my life. I take you guys down there from time to time. And I'm picking a red cabbage today. Soon we're going to do the sauerkraut show. I got cabbage. And it's about, I have organic soil. And I have purified water that I went to great pains to put in this garden. And I fertilize with a natural fertilizer called humic and fulvic, which is helps you get all the minerals out of your food and put the minerals in the soil, so your food then is packed with minerals. But most people are having trouble absorbing and getting proper nutrition. And so supplementation today is crucial, more so than it's ever been. And the better you eat, the better off you're going to be. It's all about food, I'm convinced. It's diet is key in health. Don't you think, Caroline?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
I love
you know, you offer all the things that we are not getting. Even those of us who try to eat really well, we're still not getting enough.
Right.
Food.
Right.
So that's why all these supplements are so great.
Which, by the way, I'm going to Caroline's house for dinner in a couple of weeks. I'm really excited.
Yeah, me too.
I don't care what you make. It's going to be great. She's an amazing cook. She's amazing. Okay, now, here's something I love. I love. All the buzz in the alternative medical world, and even in mainstream to some degree, is inflammation. That it's not anymore, because it's Heart Month, what Dr. Sinatra tells me in the interviews he gives me in the book he's written called The Cholesterol Myth. It's not cholesterol that's the issue, it's inflammation. And there are many ways to test for inflammation. There's a test, you could go to Life Extension and request a test called a highly sensitive CRP. The initials are HSCRP. CRP stands for C reactive protein. That will tell you the level of inflammation in your body. But if you don't have, joint pain and back pain and your gut doesn't seem to be working right and you're missing thoughts and things like that, you probably have inflammation somewhere in your body. The greatest thing for inflammation is supplementing with turmeric, which we call curcumin. Curcumin is the supplement form. It's even orange like, let me take the thing off. It's even orange like turmeric. I love cooking with turmeric, but I hate cooking with turmeric after I've had a manicure. Have you ever done that, Caroline? And then you get orange all over your fingernails, and it doesn't come off. This is the color because it's turmeric in there, but it's not just any turmeric. I'm not going to just give you any kind of turmeric. I once interviewed a Pakistani doctor. He's no longer with us. He lived in Minnesota, but he was born in Pakistan. His name was Khalil Mahmood, great guy. And he said, I'm from a third world country, but we have a lot less cancer in our country than you have here. And I said, why is that? He said, well, first of all, we always breastfeed our baby for a minimum of 2 years. And he said, and then it's the spices that we use that you don't use with any kind of liberally, like he said, turmeric, cumin, all those kind of exotic spices that we're not all that versed in. And he said, because of our high intake of these spices, in particular turmeric, he said, our cancer rate is relatively low compared to the United States. And I thought, wow. And then you make the dot connection, they have less cancer, they eat a lot of turmeric. We have a lot of inflammation here. I have a friend who coughs all the time. Cough, cough, cough. Always coughing. That's inflammation. That's another language of the body. That when you have a chronic cough, but you don't have a cold or anything, go have that highly sensitive CRP test with Life Extension and find out where what that does is it finds out where your inflammation, how high your inflammation is. And then it pinpoints where by testing IL-1 and IL-beta. They'll know how to do that if you have high inflammation. It's kind of incredible. So then you have inflammation and it goes, and it's right here. And now you know how to tackle it. Again, prevention. Don't let your whole body be riddled with inflammation that does you in. Let's catch it right now. So I take 2 curcumin every day. This is on my list of what I will always take because we live in a sick, toxic world, and we have to fight it every way we can. Eat the highest quality food you can afford. When your weather clears up, plant some plants. Nothing. I fed it to Caroline last week. How about that broccoli, huh, Caroline?
So good.
Oh,
cauliflower.
Cauliflower. No. I cut a cauliflower. I cut a broccoli right from the garden, brought it up, lightly steamed it, made a sauce for the cauliflower of olive oil and butter and minced garlic and minced parsley and got it all foamy and bubbly and poured it over it. Oh, so good. A little sea salt. So good. So
You've inspired me. I'm going to make you Indian food.
I would love that. Oh my God. I love her food so much.
But when you I was thinking about how much spice you use, because it's usually garlic, ginger, cumin, turmeric, sometimes garam masala, cayenne,
right?
Mustard seed,
cardamom.
Yes, cardamom.
Right.
So many, and it's always shocking how much goes in, and then a ton of onions and garlic. I mean, the base is. I'm gonna make that.
You know how I love that? To serve it over cauliflower rice.
Yes,
I love cauliflower rice. For those of you who don't know what it is, you take your cauliflower and you put it in your, gonzo Cuisinart, and turn it on until it gets the consistency of rice. Then you put it in a fry pan with a spoon of organic virgin coconut oil, and just let it cook for a few minutes, and then you put your curry and these things that she's talking about over it.
Oh, great.
It is as satisfying as rice. It's completely non-fattening. That's how you can have summer-sized meals without feeling like you've ever are sacrificing it all. Which, by the way, all of you who were summer-sizers for all the years with me and probably still are, like Caroline and I are, this whole keto thing, this is really what summer-sizing was way back then. Don't you agree, Caroline?
Changing the name of it, yeah.
I know.
But it works. I mean, the bottom line is it works. Eat less.
It works.
You don't eat any processed food, and you eat less grains and carbs, and you eat a lot of vegetables and proteins and good fats.
Yeah. Yeah. If you can eliminate sugar as best you can, not always, but, sugar should be reserved as a treat, not every day, and really cut back on carbs and grains. You'll be amazed how much better your GI tract and stomach and digestive system feels, but also how your body reshapes. We're in control. And as we get older, it's harder. I've put on a little weight in the last year. I don't like it. I don't know what it is. I think it just sort of comes with the territory. I
was going to give us a challenge.
Okay.
I've put on a little bit of weight too.
Oh, okay. All right. So what are we going to do?
Well, I think you and I both on we summer size.
Right.
But we're like so deep into level 2.
Yeah.
Potatoes and the grilled cheese, and it's like you're not eating gluten, but I see you eating a little corn tortilla in there.
Yeah.
You and I are slipping up a lot, and we keep saying, "Oh, it's just age." So I was thinking about it.
Yes.
I need someone to hold me accountable. So I was thinking you and I should actually go to level 1. Like, let's do it for a month.
Okay, that actually is easy for me. That's
so
easy.
No honey.
Okay,
no corn.
No.
Like, no, you can't have the cracker when you eat the cheese.
Yeah.
The chicken salad, like your face.
What about the chicken salad?
Chicken salad, like great chicken salad with a ton of vegetables. And I didn't have any bread or cracker.
I can do that.
Leaf or the celery stalk.
Yep, I like that.
So I just started yesterday because I always say, like, I'm not a number and blah, blah, blah. But you know what? We all have the number or the pair of jeans or whatever it is that helps us to feel like.
I'm up a size. Are you? I'm up a size.
I just don't feel as good, and I'm getting kind of comfortable with it.
Me too.
Whereas I used to be a little shocked by this. Now I'm like, well, that's just who I am. And you know what? Mostly for health reasons. I don't want to get comfortable with it. I'm going to make.
So what are we going to do, Caroline?
So we're going back to level 1
for a month.
Let's do it for a month.
Okay. All right. I would like to lose 7 pounds. What do you want to lose?
I would be happy with 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Okay. Okay.
And any of you who want to do it with us.
Yeah. I needed you to say that. That's good. That's good. Because, I got cocky because I did Dancing with the Stars. You want to get in shape, exercise 7 hours a day full out. It works.
Yeah, exactly.
So there were days on Dancing with the Stars where we would rehearse all day, and then he'd call another rehearsal for that night. And those were the 7 hour days.
Well, and that's the other thing is that I realize I don't move around enough.
Yeah, me too.
And, we're so busy working that I'm very, very fortunate that I have an assistant who runs errands for me.
Yeah.
But
That
it
means
also
you're not
makes me-
running. You're not running.
you know, I mean, it does make me move less. So anyway, I'm going
Okay.
back to, but we're doing it. Okay. I'm going to let you move on.
Okay, but
So
I have to start tomorrow because I'm having a dinner party tonight and I'm making risotto, and it's
you're
already.
going to start tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm starting tomorrow.
So can you tell us
can't
about
sit there
vitamin
and-
K?
Pardon me?
Can you tell us about vitamin K?
Yes.
Okay, here she
I
goes.
love talking about vitamin K, but I really can hardly talk about vitamin K if I also don't talk about bone renew, because they really work hand in hand. Vitamin K is important for your heart, and even mainstream medicine is now ascribing to taking vitamin K for heart health. Why is it good for your heart? First of all, in vitamin K, there's vitamin K1, 2, and 3. And one of them, it's the 2 that keeps your heart from, your blood from clotting. I want to get my facts exactly right here. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay. So here's Suzanne speak, this most simplistic way. So you need calcium for your bones. You know that. And as you get older and you lose hormones, you lose your bone-making abilities. The way hormones make bones is osteoblasts and osteoclasts. One burrows, one builds. One burrows, one builds, and they are hormonally driven. Remember, all your cells are all talking to one another, and that endocrine system is going, okay, let's build some bones right now. It's a constant modeling that's always happening. And but as you get older and you decrease in calcium and you decline in hormones, now you start getting fragile, brittle bones. I don't know about any of your mothers, but I know I was crossing the street with my mother when she was about my age in Santa Monica. She stepped off the curb and cracked her hip because she was fragile. Her bones she wasn't on hormone replacement. They didn't know anything about that then. And she always had low thyroid. So what I know about thyroid was that's like one of the drivers of all the hormones. So back to vitamin K. So you take the bone renew, your calcium, okay, and then you take the vitamin K. Vitamin K is like a little traffic cop. It's like Hank. And the vitamin K goes over to where the calcium's going into the bones, but it actually wants to leak out and get into the soft tissue, you know. You don't want calcium in your arteries. And so the vitamin K comes over and goes, no, don't go into the arteries, go into the bones. And that's what vitamin K does. It moves it over into the bones so that you don't get calcium in your arteries, which is where you would have trouble. And it makes your bones strong. See, you don't look like you need to lose any weight, by the way. You look great. So vitamin K is very important. It's found in dairy products and meats, but you don't get enough. You need to do supplementation. And most of us, especially if you're vegan, you really need vitamin K. But you want to have strong bones. I've talked about this on the shopping channels. There's somebody in our family whose mother, it's an in-law, whose mother died of osteoporosis. Have you ever heard that? Osteoporosis death is the most horrible death I have ever witnessed, ever. In the end, all her bones were broken. They'd have to lift her to put the bedpan in there, and in lifting her, even that, bones would break. The pain was excruciating, and that's just because a lack of prevention and a lack of understanding by the doctors at that time. I hope the doctors have gotten smarter about this. But, it's up to us to self-educate. If we're going to wait for our doctors, most doctors went to medical school. They really don't want to go back again. The ones that I interview are the ones I really admire because they went back to school and they learned, wow, it's a different era, different environment, the toxins, etc. Everything's different now. So vitamin K is really important for your cardiovascular health, which is why I'm wearing my red sweater in honor of Heart Awareness Month. All month long, think about your heart. Another part of heart awareness is your emotions. And we have a supplement that's not part of this 4 here called Mood Renew. And really what Mood Renew is about stimulating serotonin in the GI tract that serotonin is your feel-good hormone, in your neurotransmitter in your brain. So you want to, your heart, your emotions, your happiness, your sadness, all affects heart health. And you want to keep your heart calm and happy and peaceful. And I think the best way to do that is gratitude. If you have gratitude and experience gratitude every day, it really leaves little room for anything else. Just all day long, just keep thanking whoever you talk to inside. Just thank for the love you have in your life, or the great food you get to eat, or the Hank, or whatever's in your life that makes you happy, that you live in America, that you have health. These are all things to be grateful for. And every time you do that, the heart gets a little energized by the upbeat nature of who you are. Okay, so that, I would buy these two together if I were you. Okay, all right. That's Bone Renew. It also comes in a chewable. So if you don't like to swallow capsules, these are good. These are so good. Sometimes I just like want to keep eating them. And I have to be careful of that because that's not, they're meant to have one. But let me try one for you. I'll do it for you.
Yeah, and how good is the prebiotic?
Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. So you can get the chewable, you can get the capsule, but do get the vitamin K. That's going to make your heart work better and make the Bone Renew work better. Okay? All right. Now, Resveratrol. I love talking about Resveratrol.
Hey, Suzanne, before you move on,
Okay.
Margaret wanted to know if our vitamin K is K1 or K2.
It's yes, it's K1, K2, and
Two forms of K2, K1 and two forms of K2, I believe.
yeah, the K1 helps your blood to clot. You want that. You don't want thick blood. You don't want sticky blood, but you want good viscosity. And it's like I said, it lowers the risk that the calcium would go into your soft tissues like your arteries.
Yeah, a lot of people have been getting notes that calcium is not good for you. You shouldn't take calcium. It's dangerous. It's, as Suzanne's explaining, it's if you don't have the vitamin K to route it to the bone building.
See how misinformation gets out there. We get I read that too. You get that information. Oh, I don't want to take calcium. That's not good for you. It's because you're not taking calcium with vitamin K.
Yeah, and Suzanne's Bone Renew is formulated based on the scientific percentage of calcium with the other minerals, the vitamin D and the other minerals that are needed that have been proven to prevent osteoporosis. So the fact that she can say that, because all of her supplements are reverse engineered based on the science. So then you just want to make sure the calcium's going in the right direction, which is how she taught me she's like, well, several years ago, you said, I need to teach you one important thing. It's this one little pill, and everyone should know to take vitamin K. It's not an expensive supplement, but so important for heart health. So thank you for teaching me that. And it's 33% off today. All the supplements are.
You know what's great about our relationship, Caroline? We teach each other. We really complement one another.
So I'm glad if I have contributed to your knowledge as well.
You have. Okay, now Resveratrol. I love to tell the story of Resveratrol. Scientists found that grapevines died from fungus, but the reason they didn't die is because when the grapevine was cognizant of the fact, I guess it has intelligence, that it's going to get done in by fungus, it creates something called resveratrol, which saves the plant. And so scientists thought, I wonder if we did testing on lab rats and then eventually on humans, if this could be a factor in disease prevention. Does it mean you won't ever get any disease? No. But again, prevention from the diseases that so many people have this expectation that they're going to get one of the big three: heart disease, cancer, Alzheimer's, or kidney disease, all these things. So resveratrol is like a little insurance policy that you take every day. And I put that in if I'm only going to take these several supplements, this is one of them that's really important. Resveratrol was such a miracle discovery that ABC and Barbara Walters did a whole 1 hour special on the miracle of resveratrol. So today, at this great price, it's a good time to try it. Again, we're in the greatest environmental assault in the history of humanity. It's like ninja warriors coming at us all the time, trying to do us in. And so we're just trying to take these things to prevent so that we can live out this long life. I want to live a long time, but you got to have a good brain and you got to have bones. If you don't have a good brain, you don't know who you were, who you are. If you don't have good bones, you're incapacitated in a wheelchair, canes and all that. And I see a lot of my friends, I see the road that they're going down and nobody's surprised by it. I just want to see, and I hope you're on this ride with me. How long can we go and how healthy can we be through that whole time? Because without health, you have nothing. And I was with somebody, he's married to a very famous woman the other night, and they had a lovely dinner party at their house, and he's in bad shape. He's got a cane, and he's very vulnerable, and he's usually kind of got a lot of bravado. And I said, "You've had a tough year, huh?" He said, "Not only tough," he said, "scared." I said, "Scared?" He said, "Yeah." He said, it's been a year, and I'm wondering if I'll ever walk again. I'm wondering if I'll ever have my energy again. And I said to him, "That's very scary. That's very scary." So I said to him, "Health is all there is." He says, "Yeah, and I didn't value it, and I didn't do one thing about it, and now here I am." That's what I'm talking about. Don't let yourself get there. These things are prevention. It's a small investment in you and the rest of your life and in the management of this magnificent machine called your body. Like I've said many times, if you owned a Maserati, so supposedly the finest car machine made on the planet, you would never put inferior fuel into a Maserati. And by the way, if you put sugar into the gas tank of a Maserati, the car would just like break down and not run anymore. In a Maserati, you put the highest quality fuel you can find into that car so you get full performance. Use that analogy for yourself. Put the highest quality fuel into your body so that you get peak performance. And age, like I think it was Michelle who said it, age is just a number. I embrace every year now that I gain as an opportunity as an upside, because I never thought I'd feel this good at 72. And I look forward, I think, I got so much time left because I'm so strong and healthy. And I'm going to lose 7 pounds. I did have fun putting on these 7 pounds like you, Caroline.
Yes.
And you are part of my problem, because when you go over and you live in Italy for a while, and then you post these dinners you have every night of the Italian pasta, which I never, ever eat.
I know.
And I look at these pictures, and yeah, I know you say, "Well, I'm over there and I walk all the time." And I go, "I know. Oh, that looks so
more
good
active over there."
Yeah.
I mean, a lot more.
That I put on the weight.
Yeah. And also, their pasta is a little better. It's not sprayed, and even though you're not eating, you're only eating organic anyway. But
yeah.
Hey, so I have a problem with the discount code. I'm having our webmaster check it, but stay with us. It is SuzanneSummers.com, and the promo code will be Heart33, but he's checking it right now because some of you are having a problem.
I love talking about CoQ10, especially this kind, ubiquinol. What does ubiquinol means? It absorbs faster. So if you're taking CoQ10, which is for your energy.
Hey, can I just interrupt for a second? I just wanted to remind everyone, the first 4 supplements Suzanne talked about today, the omega-3,
vitamin D3,
curcumin,
and vitamin K.
And vitamin K. Those are the ones for heart health. Now she's going into the rest of her supplements. Everything is on sale today. But I just wanted to let you know that she was moving into the other supplements as well. Go ahead. Thanks.
But, the body's a system. So what's good for the rest of the body is good for the rest of the body. So everything that you're improving in the rest of your body is going to have an improvement factor in your brain, your health, your digestive system, etc. Now, remember I talked about omega-3. I really think omega-3, essential fatty acids, essential for life, but you don't make it in your own body. You got to get it from the outside. That membrane I was talking about on the cells houses the energy center in the middle of the cell. In the middle of the cell is the mitochondria. You've heard of the mitochondria, if not all over the place from me, for sure. Now, when we're young, you've got lots of energy, like Hank, my cat. He's up and down the mountain and up and I don't know where he is. He's all over this mountain. He's having the time of his life because he's got great energy. But as we get older, we get more sluggish, we get lazier, we don't have energy. That's because we don't have CoQ10, which acts like, Suzanne speak, like an outboard motorboat when you pull the ripcord, and now the motor starts up. That's what CoQ10 does to the energy centers of your cells. So now you're taking omega-3 essential fatty acids for the membrane on the outside of the cell. Remember your 90 trillion cells. And now you're taking CoQ10 to activate the energy center of your now healthy cells made from the right products, which is essential fatty acids. I think that's kind of interesting. Absorption is harder as you get older. If you have any digestive problems, bloating, gas, constipation, who doesn't? Absorption becomes more and more difficult. So this ubiquinol is very important. All right, now here's the Digestive Renew. You want this. This is it's got protease, bromelain, amylase, lactose, cellulose, lipase, all of these factors that make your digestive tract work better. Everybody has digestive issues, and take it seriously. There's a actual connection from the gut to the brain. If you don't keep your gut healthy, and it's really hard today, especially if you're eating processed foods and non-organic food, really, really hard, your brain is going to stop firing adequately. And you don't want to lose your brain. That's the saddest thing. My friends who have lost their brains or are losing their brains, it's heartbreaking when I'm around them. It's absolutely heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. Back to the heart, right? So take care of your digestive system. Digestive Renew. Plus we've got the, I don't have the bottle here, but we have the dual encapsulated ubiquinol probiotic, which is really great. And then we have the chewable, which is like having a piece of candy, the chewable prebiotic. Prebiotic is food for probiotic, meaning you take a prebiotic, then you take your probiotic, and the prebiotic makes your probiotic work better. And that's what you want for your gut.
Hey, I want to answer this one question because I was wondering this too. A lot of people want to know if vitamin K is so important. Why can't we just put it in the calcium supplement? Because one is liquid and the other are powders. So that's why they're separate. There's just a little gel cap for the vitamin K and the vitamin D. They're both little gel caps. The calcium is a powdered form. And also people were also asking, don't you get enough in your multivitamin for the calcium and the vitamin D? So why do you have to take an extra? But again, it's not the daily amount that they recommend based on the science that showed how to prevent osteoporosis.
Yeah, and as we get older, we just need more of everything, you know. All right, now, stressed, anxiety. If your hormones are off, you got anxiety. More women complain of panic attacks and racing heart, and if you got little kids, you've got anxiety. We live in a stressful world. This Calm Renew is so great. You know what it is? It's L-theanine, which is an amino acid made from green tea, and it's lemon balm. And it so works. You don't get high, you don't get stoned, you don't get sleepy. It just calms you down and allows you to focus. If I'm giving a speech, I don't get nervous when I speak before people, but I want to be really focused. I always take one of these. Sometimes when I get into bed at night and I just got the list going on in my head, I can't turn the noise off, I take a Calm Renew. If I'm going to drive from Palm Springs to LA, I just hate the traffic, I take a Calm Renew. When my sister had 3 little kids, and they were 1, 2, and 3, and then 2, 3, and 4, and 4, 5, and 6, she's pretty stressed. I wish I would have had this for her. Calm Renew, that's great. And then finally, sleep is such an issue. Everybody complains about sleep, that they're waking up at 3 in the morning. How many of you wake up at 3 in the morning or 4 in the morning? It sucks to wake up at 3 in the morning, and then you start with the noise in the head. Sleep Renew, this is your melatonin. Melatonin is a hormone, but it's a hormone that doesn't require prescription, thanks to Life Extension, who made melatonin an over-the-counter supplement. They've done a lot of great work. Sleep Renew is melatonin. So here's when we sleep. The repair work of sleep takes 7 to 8 hours. That's why nature wants you to sleep 7 to 8 hours. In the first 3 hours of sleep, you go into that REM, and that's when the melatonin starts to pour. And that's the most important time. The melatonin puts you to sleep, so the next hours can be used for repair. It's the most incredible process. It's like taking your Maserati or your racehorse and after the race and letting it calm down. Just like, take it easy, boy. So the melatonin puts you into that state where you can fall into a deep sleep without drugs. Too many people are on drugs. Too many people. You know, foreign molecules confuse the brain. We're trying to not confuse the brain. That's what this is all about. That's what all these toxins are doing. It's confusing the brain. The brain doesn't know where to put the toxins. So sleep naturally with melatonin. You made it in your body. You made it when you were a kid. And you know when you put your grandchild to sleep or your kid to sleep, you don't think, oh, gosh, I hope they go to sleep. You scratch their backs for, a few minutes and they're out because the melatonin comes in and they sleep. I remember Bruce used to sleep like 8 and 9 hours, especially when he was growing. It's just sleep and sleep and sleep. So this will help you sleep. And if you wake up at 3 in the morning and you can't go back to sleep, take a Calm Renew. That's a good time to take it also. All right.
This is a nice comment from Lisa.
No need. This is Lisa Hertel. I love your owl. No need to take them all at once. No, she's right. Unlike other fish oil capsules, these never repeat on me. Me neither, meaning you don't burp up fish. No aftertaste. Me neither. I've never tasted because I don't like the taste of that fishy taste. She says, I've been fine, even when taking a bunch at a time. Might be a testament to the quality. Thank you, Lisa. We're really proud of all the products we put out. Suzanne Organics and the supplements, our suppliers are the best in the world. And I believe in it. I write about it. I do it. I live it. I walk my talk. And I've used my celebrity to have a louder voice to influence in an arena where I have passion, which is health and longevity, but longevity with quality of life. And that's kind of the end of our show today. It's almost 2 o'clock here on the.
Wow, that went by so fast.
Close, yep. And as you can tell, I really enjoy talking about all of this because I do believe it and live it. And I hope that I've inspired you today. That's what I want to do more than anything, more than sell you something. I'd just like to inspire you to think about going forward differently if you feel that you're in some kind of rut. And you heard it with your own ears. Caroline and I start tomorrow. She started already. We're both going to lose 7 pounds.
Okay. And we'll post some of our boring meals. No kidding. They're going to be great meals.
They're going to be great.
Kidding.
They'll be great.
I'm telling you, I made a great chicken salad with vegetables. I was really happy.
I don't need the crackers at all with chicken salad. I love it with Persian cucumber spears also.
Yes,
it's so
yes,
great.
yes.
Crunch and chicken. So great. I make a chicken that I'm off point here now, but
hold on one second. I just want to get this in before the hour is up.
Yeah.
Heart33 is the promo code. Jason checked it. It should be working fine. So if any of you have an issue, just let customer service know. But all the supplements at SuzanneSummers.com are 33% off, including those 4 main heart ones that Suzanne was teaching us about today.
Before we go, let's see if we can get Al make a last appearance.
Oh, can you get Gloria?
And bring Gloria. It's not always so easy to bring Gloria. Hank you can bring anywhere. But Hank's really excited today because we have painters on the property. He just loves men. He's painting with them, so he's busy. And he's not allowed up here anyway because he doesn't know about Gloria and Gloria doesn't know about him. But here comes Al. I can hear his little footsteps. With his little cat, Gloria.
Oh, nice.
Here we are. Oh, no, she's so shy. You're so shy. She's so shy. Let's see Chi-Chi.
Oh, Chi-Chi, come. Chi-Chi, come.
And we're going to put Gloria down. She's not happy. Yeah. Gloria does not seek the limelight like the rest of the people in our family. She just likes to be over in the corner. Right. Anyway, here comes Chi Chi, who's always there. Oh, there she is. Gloria has bowed out. There's Chi Chi. Chi Chi has one tongue that goes to the side.
That was the cutest little baby. She was asleep.
There's my little grandchild.
All right. Well, let's do.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody.
We'll see you tomorrow. We're back tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
Yeah. Really exciting show. Wait till you see what I'm going to wear. Bye.